Hello, hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. I know Tuesdays are a busy day for us because we have the home office um, webinars, but today was a day because it's Christmas this week that Stephanie and Brandi and I could do it. So we wanted to go ahead and do this. And today we're going to be talking about online parties and online sales. And Stephanie and Brandi are doing really well at this. They're killing it. And so I invited them to be our speakers for today. Stephanie, can you introduce yourself?
Sure. So my name is Stephanie Zuniga. I am in Visalia, California, which is about an hour south of Fresno. I started this April 1st. My friend Leah, who I went to PA school with, had a sale, and I bought a couple things, and then I joined like a week or two later. So that's how I got started. I was actually on maternity leave at the time with my third baby. So as far as my why, it's always changing. I started this as sort of a hobby to keep me busy while I was on maternity leave. I didn't plan on going back to work as a PA because I just worked at a really stressful community health clinic, and I just needed a break. I didn't feel fulfilled by the work, even though, I was helping people, every day with their medical care. I needed something a little bit different, and I never got to stay home with my other kids. So Sophie's my last baby, and we decided I was going to stay home with her. So now it's more of I want to take care of my family. My husband works really long hours as a PA, so I'm alone with my kids a lot, and it's really different this time, getting to enjoy all the milestones and stuff that I sort of missed with the other two with them being in daycare. So now it's about personal fulfillment. I get to bring money in for my family, and also hang out with my kids, which is super fun.
That's awesome. Great. And Brandi, can you introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, my name is Brandi Dorman. I live in Sarasota, Florida, which is on the west coast of Florida between Tampa and Fort Myers. I started LuLaRoe in February of this year. I do a lot of online sales, and I also do about probably like 4 to 8 pop-ups a month too. I started this in February. I just kind of wanted some fun money for our family. I wanted to be able to go on vacations and, just have a little something extra. My husband at the time was working 2 jobs, 2 full-time jobs, but LuLaRoe has turned into so much more for me. My husband doesn't work 2 jobs anymore, and he is very, very involved in my business, and I love what I do here.
That's awesome. All right. So Stephanie, why don't you go ahead and share with us how you do your online parties? You do really well with your battles and things like that. So talk about how you do what you do.
Okay. So I got involved in online sales because I just couldn't book pop-ups. I don't know what it was, but the ones I had just weren't that great, and I know a lot of people all around the country, so I just figured I would try online, and it's totally taken off, so that's my focus, and it's easier with the 3 kids. I can do it from home. Okay, so let me talk about the different pages I have, because I have 3 pages on Facebook now, and they're different purposes for each one, although they overlap a little bit. My first one is my main LuLaRoe Steph Zuniga page. It's just for general information, pictures. I have an album of all my customers wearing LuLaRoe, and it's just a nice kind of general meeting place for questions and different things like that. Then I have a VIP page, which is for like my hardcore shoppers, addicts, whatever you want to call them, although I let anyone join. You just have to love LuLaRoe and you can join. I have about 800 people on that at this point, and that's where I post pictures of new inventory, flash sales, kind of spur-of-the-moment things there. I just recently started a party group because Facebook made some sort of change last week, and you can't really post a bunch of pictures and events, and if you do, it takes forever, and I just don't have that time. So I made a party group, which is where I'm going to have all of my hosted sales and all of my battle sales. So it's still a work in progress. But basically, that page is flooded with pictures every time I have a party, so I didn't want that clogging up my VIP page or my regular page because I don't want people to leave because they don't want to see a million pictures. I have parties 4 times a week. I have parties Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They start when my baby is sleeping during her nap, and then they go until my kids are in bed, so I don't have to sit there and be at the computer the whole day. So usually that translates into 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern time, and then I just backtrack it to 2 o'clock my time, which is when they're asleep. I leave my hosted parties up on weeknights for that amount of time, so like 6 hours, give or take, and then on Saturday and Sunday it's 12 to 8 my time, so that's a good 8 hours to spend as well. I have a lot of people that shop on the East Coast, so I always have to like take their time zone into consideration. So as far as for hosting parties, every time I have a party, it's either a hosted sale or a battle sale. For my hosted parties, I'm booked out until mid-February at this point, and I ask every single time I have a sale and someone makes a purchase, do you want to earn free clothes by hosting a party? I used to say, oh, do you want to host a party? Now I say, do you want to earn free, in capital letters, clothes by hosting a party? And I make it a separate little message after, I confirm their order with the pictures that I've saved and stuff. I make it separate. When I would put it in a paragraph like, thanks for shopping, have a great day, do you want to host a party? They ignore it very easily. So what I do is a separate message, do you want to earn free clothes by hosting a party? And I mean, the majority say yes, even if they've never tried the clothes before.
That you do that?
So I ask everyone to message me a personal message after they're done shopping. I confirm their order before I invoice them, and then I see if they have any coupons or deals or anything, and then once we say, okay, it's paid, thank you so much, I say thank you, and then a separate message, private message, do you want to earn free clothes? It's really hard for them to say no, and if they say no, I say, okay, thanks, I just like to ask everyone, so I'm getting a lot better at hearing no.
Yeah. That's awesome. I didn't think about that. That's something that's new to me. I've never asked online, other than when I'm trying to book parties, does anybody want to earn free clothes? But you totally should, just like when you're at a live pop-up, you should ask everyone, would you like to book a party? It's so easy for me to do that now. I should also do it online. So that's a great tip. Thank you, Steph. Keep going. Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, no, you're totally fine. I have all my little pages of notes here. Okay, so how do I keep things straight? Have I oversold or double sold things? Yes. Do I go hunting for it online? No. I just either say, oh, this pair of leggings has a defect, I can't sell it to you, pick another pair. Or one time I gave them their money back in cash in the envelope because they purchased 3 things, I didn't have one of them, I just gave them the money back, or they get a credit, or they can pick something else. I don't go hunting down things ever for anyone except if it's like my best friend, but she knows not to ask because that's just crazy. It's like a waste of time. So if I oversell something, I'm honest in the fact that, I don't have the item, I figured out, we solve it. Now I try to not do that by copying and pasting the pictures when people claim items. So on my desktop I have an album for each party that I'm having, and I copy and paste that item with their name, and then when they're done shopping, I message them all of their pictures. They say yes or no if there's any problems, and then that way I can keep things on track, and then I can go back and delete things at the end of that sale pretty easily. As far as for hostess preparation, I send them an online sale hostess letter, and it's something I modified, I think either from yours, Amanda, or Jillian or someone. I modified a letter, but it's for online, just telling them to invite people and message people, and here's what's expected of you. They never earn their free items until every invoice is paid. So my hostesses track down people that they don't even know that haven't paid because they want their free items. I don't give them anything until every invoice is paid, and they pay shipping on their items. I used to lose money on shipping. I really think that's crazy now, and I think I was just not, I have no experience in small business, so never lose money on shipping. I always charge $6 or $12, and I'm always making at least 30 cents every time I ship an item.
That's awesome.
For people who don't want to pay, I just give them a couple days, and I say, I'm more lenient than I should be, but I don't like to delete invoices, but sometimes deleting an invoice and them getting that delete notice triggers them to pay, and then I make a new one. So.
That's good. I have a question really quick. How long for your people tell them that they have to
I usually say by 8 a.m. my time, 8 a.m. my time, the day following the sale, because I have consecutive days of sales. If they don't, and I kind of know them, I leave their stuff aside. If I don't know them, I'm not getting any response. I just delete it before that next party starts, because I just don't have time to be, following up on previous parties when I have a current party starting.
Okay.
So.
Really quick, you guys, you are able to ask Stephanie a question. There is a chat box on the right-hand side of this online sale, or of this webinar. I was just reading that. There's a little chat box, and you can type in your question. And for Stephanie, Stephanie, do you have anything else to say?
Just one more thing. Well, two more things on returns. I say I will accept returns from 3 days of purchase. So everywhere I ship across the country, it's either 2 or 3 days. So they have to take their stuff out of the package, try it on, and contact me within 3 days. That drastically cuts down on how many people are returning things, because they miss that window, and then it's exchange only. They pay for shipping back to me and then pick their new item, and I ship the new items to them. As far as for defects, I send them a prepaid shipping label, and then I just take the defective item back. For battles, battles are basically 2 or more hostesses that are friendly and competing for prizes in addition to the regular hostess rewards. I give $25 credit on that current sale. They can't hold it to a different sale for 3 different things: for the most friends that make a purchase, for the most money that is purchased from their friends, and the most items sold. And so it's just a friendly competition, and every Saturday in January is going to be a battle sale with 2 or 3 people, and also clumps the parties together, so it's more worth my time. But that's it.
That's awesome. Just real quick, we have 15 viewers. Can we just do a little roll call? So on the live chat, just say, "Hi, I'm here," and so that way we can know who's here, and so I can make sure that you guys are able to ask your questions, because I can't actually see it on my computer. I can only see it on my my iPad. Terry. Okay, Terry has a question. Do you see that, Stephanie?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's see. Did you say offer returns in addition to exchanges for credit? So I've only had, I've been doing this since April 1st. I've had 2 returns. And I don't even offer a return. It's in the fine print in the little paper that I include with all my orders. But if someone says, I don't like this, I want to return it, I say, oh my gosh, I can totally exchange that for you. And they're like, okay, I'll take an exchange. So then they send me the item back, and then I let them pick whatever they want, and then I ship it out to them. And honestly, they usually shop and spend more, and I'm still covering shipping. So some people have spent $100 extra because they know I'm covering shipping back, and it gets me more sales. Returns are strict on the 3-day thing, because I'm not going to let that go for weeks and weeks. But yeah, my returns, I unfortunately just paid them in PayPal, but it was not after, I talked a lot about exchanging and stuff like that. I don't just say, oh, sure, I'll return it, because you never really want to do that.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Stephanie. And you guys can still ask questions over here. And Stephanie, will you, on the Pride page, will you add a file with your hostess letter for your battles and your online hostess letter, and then that paper that you include into your packaging?
Sure.
Okay, awesome. All right. One more thing. Jessica says, do you typically post? Go ahead. You can ask the question, Steph.
Yeah, so I use Post Simplify, and I make an event for every party so that the hostess can join, her friends can join. Post Simplify saves so much time. Oh my gosh, hours, 20 hours a week, I swear it saves, because it posts automatically for you. So I have set posts. I think I have 21 posts scheduled from 9 days out until the actual event. So I have one on every style that I carry with the price, my return policy, info about the company, just different things. Do you want to host a party? I can do fundraiser for you. All those different things post at regular intervals, and it's the same exact thing for every single event. I'm still going to be doing that just because it gives people information about the company and about what I'm selling, even though I have my group shopping situation starting now. Yeah, it's Post Simplify is where it's at, because it cuts down on the questions and stuff like that.
I use Post Simplify too for all of my events, and it's perfect. Like, Kim Roylance's husband Doug created that, and it's so genius for all of us. Okay, Brandi, you're up.
All right. Well, I do an online sale in my shopping group just about every single week. Traditionally, I think it's the holidays, so I've just been kind of adjusting them during the just to whatever days I take a picture. Every Sunday night, I have an invite a couple days beforehand to all the members in my group. I have about 1,800 members in my group, and each person on an Apple iOS device can invite.
Are you guys hearing the static from Brandi?
Yeah, I can hear.
I can kind of barely hear you.
Okay, hold on. What about now?
Now I can't hear you at all.
Really? Oh, great. Just a second, because there's kind of like a staticky, Brandi, when you're talking.
Okay, it's staticky when I'm talking.
Now it's not. It's just when you're talking for a long period of time. Are you hearing that, Stephanie?
Yeah.
How to change it?
Yeah, right now it's just staticky.
I'm gonna turn my camera off and then turn it back on, because sometimes that'll help. Okay.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Is that better? Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, if it does start again, then I might have you, I'll let you know.
I can't hear you at all. I'm sorry.
Oh! Hold on.
Do you want me to?
Can you hear me?
Am I good?
I think you're good. Stephanie, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll message you, Brandi. Stephanie, can you stop her if it does the static again?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Brandi.
All right, serious feedback for me. I don't know how to fix it.
Oh, it's staticky again.
Sorry.
I'm
I
sad.
don't know. Let me close out some of my windows here. Anybody else? No? Am I still staticky?
You're
Now
good
it's better.
now. It's weird though. It's like comes like I don't know. It's weird. Try again.
I can't hear you. I'm sorry. Oh, of course, I have to be the troublemaker today.
Now it's clear.
Now
It's so staticky.
Okay, Brandi. It's okay.
Did you message me? No? Yes? No?
Let me try something. I'm
Okay.
gonna call you, Brandi. Okay. I'm gonna call you. Do you have FaceTime, Brandi? Do you have FaceTime, Brandi?
Yes. I did it on my computer. Do you want me to do it on my
Yeah, and I'll just put you here. Here.
Okay.
Okay, Brandi, so mute your phone.
Am I ready to go? Hello?
Yeah. Okay, Stephanie, can you hear?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Brandi.
Okay. All right, let's try this again. All right, so every Sunday in my shopping group, I post a sale. Hold on, I'm going to turn down my volume because I'm hearing me. Okay, so every Sunday in my group, I post an online sale. I send an invite to everybody in my group. I have about 1,800 members in my group, and I am able to personally invite 500. My husband goes in and invites 500 more, and I have a second Facebook name that I invite 500 more, and I give people who are consultants or who are on my team or who I know really shop with me. This is just kind of to let everybody know that I am having a sale because it kind of has been all over the place. I do a posting schedule for all of my sales on sorry, I'm talking about. So I typically start posting at 5 o'clock. At 5 o'clock, I will post all of the dresses that go in and make an album for each style. I have an Amelia album. I have a Julia album. I have a Nicole album. And I upload straight from my computer.
We're trying.
All right, well, sorry.
All right, Brandi, let's see if it works with you just talking.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay. On the computer or through the phone?
I don't know how to talk. I have no idea. I'm sorry I'm messing with the webinar.
No, it's okay. I'm going to turn this off and you keep talking. So you post the dresses at a certain time. Go ahead.
Okay, so I post dresses at 5 o'clock. I post skirts at 6 o'clock. I post tops at 7 o'clock, and I post leggings at 8 o'clock. I always wait last till the leggings because that's typically what my customers are really wanting, and that gives them time beforehand to look through all of the styles and do their shopping. And people have also told me that they like this because this gives them, if they're looking for a dress, they know to come on at 5 o'clock. If they know they're looking for tops, they know to come on at that time. So they're not sitting there waiting for me to upload all of these pictures. This also, I've never been blocked out of my group or for posting or Facebook jail or anything like that. I'm guessing it's because I take a long time to post. I upload from iPhoto on my Mac. I have an album for each style, and I have it in order from size. I have like the style example with the description, and then I have the size, and then I have, all the extra small Amelias, and then I have a small sign and all the small Amelias. So I have that already set up, and I just select them all and upload it to an album every single time. And I for all the styles. In the pinned post in my group, I have all the directions and instructions for the sale. So I tell you exactly what to do. You want to comment sold, and whoever comments sold first gets the item. I tell them that I take pictures in the best lighting possible, but if you have a color issue, if you're unsure, please ask me, and I have asked people to tag me too. I go through all of my explanation of, we invoice when the sale is over, we ship within 48 hours, and then in the comments of that post I have the sizing chart and sizing recommendations. I have the price list in there, and I also have my Google Doc for people to fill out. So it's always there. Everyone always has access to it.
And that's in the pin post?
My Google Doc. It's a pin post in my group.
Okay.
I post it in the event details too, just in case anybody misses it too. And I also post the links to my Facebook event because someone asks me all the time where my photos. It's easier just to link them directly to that.
Awesome. Um,
So I
go ahead.
until the next morning or my kids' nap time the next day. At that point, my husband comes in and looks through all of the photos and makes a detailed list of who bought what. And he either does it in a notebook, or we also have your email addresses and things like that. I also have just started putting a pending picture in my album at the very end, so I can move all
It's all
photos
staticky again.
constantly
Yeah,
looking through.
repeat that about the pending picture.
I can't hear you guys, Ann. I'm sorry.
Here, can you see? Can you see my note?
Oh, okay. So I have a picture in my album that I add after the sale is over, and it's like a LuLaRoe, emblem, and it says sale pending.
Okay. So did you give a specific
After the
time
sale's
to
over,
that?
I can't hear you. To each individual album at the end, and then I move every picture of someone that has said sold to behind that.
Oh.
So we know how invoicing, and that we know what to go pull, because I keep all my inventory at a store. I have to physically go there and pull all the items because I live in the smallest house ever. I have like a 2-bedroom house with 2 adults and 2 kids. It's like 900 square feet. I have a dog and a cat, and it's just my 800 pieces don't work here. So we keep it all over there, and then we bring it over here to package everything up. I do give a specific time when my sale ends. Typically, it's like 10 a.m. the next day, or depending on what's going on, 1 p.m. But generally, I'm pretty flexible. If people come in there afterward.
Okay, do you see that?
Started generally flexible. Okay, so in general, I try to be really flexible with my customers. If I say the sale ends at 10, but if somebody comes in there slightly after, I'm okay with it. I normally can just very easily add them to my list. I do delete all of my photos in my group after I pulled everything, after I've invoiced, and after everything's been shipped out. So they aren't shopping days afterwards, because I can't handle that.
Right, right. So you don't delete all of your stuff. Can you hear me? Okay. That's okay.
Great. I do delete all of my stuff after I've invoiced, after I've packed it up, and after it's left my house. So I don't delete.
Go ahead.
I
My
don't.
husband was talking to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't delete anything until it's been shipped and gone after my house. And I changed my Google document a few months ago to include the items, so that there's no question if somebody says to me, you mailed me the wrong item, I have a list of what you bought. So there's all, because I do have people who are shopping multiple consultants and say, you forgot to send me this, and I'm like, no, look at what you wrote out. This is what you bought from me. I just have a item that says
Start over.
over. All right, so on my Google document, I have text boxes that say item 1, item 2, item 3, item 4, item 5. And on the Google document, it says how to enter your item. You need to put the size, you need to put the style, and you need to put the color. So you need to say extra, extra small Irma in black, or one size leggings, whatever print it may be. I generally say, you sent me the wrong thing, and I'm like, no, I didn't.
I'm sorry. We're
I don't know
trying.
what the deal is. I'm sorry. I wish it was different.
I know, that's okay. Um, so for you viewers who are watching, if you guys have any questions for Stephanie or Brandi right now, but real quick,
I
Brandi, can
can't hear you. So
you hear me? Okay. Brandi,
my only thought is that it's my internet, or I just need to exit out of here and start again. But I don't know how that all works. I have a brand new computer.
why don't you try to do that, Brandi? And while you're doing that, I'll say how I do mine just real quick. And so exit out, and then I'll invite you back. Okay? So, just a second. Okay. I'm so sorry about that. Okay, so the way I do my shopping is I started this in February, and I have an online group, and I just allow anybody in there who wants to be in there, except for those weirdos who are like, Ray-Ban sunglasses, $12. I delete them and block them. I even let consultants in my group, but consultants are aware that I charge retail prices and they have to pay shipping. I do make some exceptions, but it's very rare. When I do a party, I advertise in there. Okay, good. There you are, Brandi. I advertise in my group beforehand, and then I don't let anybody comment. I don't let anybody comment on anything until I have a green sign that says go. And then they can do that, and there's always a Google Doc at the top pinned in my directions that they go to enter their name, their email, where they're located, and then a description of their style and size. Everything in my computer is numbered, like extra small 1, 2, 3. So for me to keep track, I go in towards the end of the party, and I'll say, Brandi gets an extra small. Irma, I'll look and reference it into my computer and say it's number 1. I put a number 1 on the Google Doc. And then once everybody's done shopping, I print that out, and either I'll pull everything or I'll have my assistant pull everything, and then I invoice and go from there. I'm not very good about confirming, but I do need to, because like Stephanie said, sometimes you accidentally sell something that you don't have anymore. It happens to me too often, and I need to stop that. I was trying to have 2 different inventories, one for live parties and one for online, and it was going really well for a while, but then it got all jumbled up. So I'm taking this 2 weeks, last week and this week, to kind of separate everything, so that I don't have that cross where you sell something at a party and then you sell it online and all of that. So, and then once the sale is over, I delete the pictures because it drives me batty when people are still commenting, and I have to be very rigid about my time because I homeschool and other things like that. So I just delete the picture, delete the album once I have all the information, so that nobody can keep shopping. Because it kind of drives me nuts. All right. Oh, so sorry, Brandi. You still can't hear? I'm sorry, Brandi. All right. Does anybody have any questions? You 9 viewers. I'm so sorry about the staticky and everything. But does anybody have any viewers? Stephanie, do you see if anybody has any questions?
I think before it was asked about Post Simplify, it's not an app, it's a website, and you get a free 30-day trial, I think, and then afterwards it's like $8 a month, but it's super worth it.
Yeah.
And also it was asked, can you post into events and groups? And I believe it only posts in events, right?
I think so. I think that Doug is working on making it into where you can post into your group, though.
Okay.
That's why when you first do it, it says, what is it? Is it a group page? Is it a group event?
Mm-hmm.
So I think as long as you have the link to what it is, um, but I'm not sure about that. But I
Okay.
know for sure it's events. So if are there any other questions? And Stephanie will post her stuff, and Brandi can't hear, but I'll ask Brandi to post some things as well into the group. And okay, Cassie says, once you set up Post Simplify, do you just change the dates? No, you have to enter it in per link. So every event link that you have on Facebook, you have to enter a new one, but it just takes like, once you have all of your posts done, I have 4 different templates. Once you start your template in there, you just link it to the template that you want. And I highly suggest spending about an hour and a half to do the verbiage and do your pictures for your templates so that you have that just done. It's a done deal. And I changed, like I used to have spring pictures and I changed it to look fallish. So you can change that up and within your template. So Cassie or whoever else is listening, I suggest you spend about an hour and a half just learning to simplify. Do you have any suggestions for that, Stephanie?
No, I only have one template, but I probably should make some more. I just do that as an information source so that I don't get questions of, how much is this? How much is this? Are you going to have this? Whatever. All of the information you need to shop is there and it's linked to the event. And then I do have a pinned post as well that has the steps to take in order to shop.
Yes.
So.
Okay, for those of you who are watching this after it's been live, you are more, oh, Corey asks a question. Do any of you send follow-up emails or just put cards in with each order, wash instructions, return exchange, etc.? I've been emailing every customer after each sale and it's extremely time consuming. For those that put cards in each order, do you order them from a place like Vistaprint? Okay, so one way of avoiding that is to have it in your files in your group, or post one section in your event, and then once your sale is over, you can tag everybody. Or I suggest Vistaprint because they're the cheapest. Do you have any suggestions, Stephanie?
I can show my card. I don't know if people can see me, but this is my business card.
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, and it's also my punch card. So it has the 3 ways you can contact me and also my punches. I send one of these with every single order, and then people just hold on to their punch cards, and then they message me with a picture of all of them together when they want to redeem their free item. And then I have this, which I'll post. It's like a little sheet that has all of the information, how to wash, how to contact me about returns. The returns are really tiny at the bottom because I don't want returns. And I send that every time so that people can't say they didn't know how to wash it, they didn't know how to return stuff. And I just print them like 4 to an 8x10 paper on my computer and put one with every order.
All right, that's good. Terry, yours says that nobody, you said nobody reads your pinned post. I maybe try doing like a roll call, or I don't know, do something to where they have to read it in order to choose something or place their order, or like leave your put a Google Doc link in there or whatever it is, but do something to where they have to go to that link or to that pinned post. Because I know when you're on your phone, you can't see the pinned post. It doesn't come up. It only has a little box that says pinned post, and most people do things from their phone. So try doing it to where they have to read it before they can order. So any other questions? I know there's kind of a time delay. All right. Well, thank you so much, Stephanie, for your first webinar. You did.
Thank you.
She was nervous.
Yay.
And thank you, Brandi. You were awesome. And I'm sorry that your computer was doing that, but maybe we'll try to get it worked out to where you can do this again, because I know you have some great tips and ideas as well. So this is going to be recorded and posted into our channel, the LuLaRoe Pride channel. And if you have any questions, I will link the link to this webinar. And if you have any questions, you can tag Brandi, Stephanie, or I. And thank you so much, Stephanie.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Bye.